All right, and welcome back to With Audacity. Y'all like those vocals? For real though, welcome back to the podcast dedicated to educating, uplifting, and promoting our community, doing everything unapologetically and with audacity, baby.
Yeah, you're right.
The fro is back.
Okay.
The fro is
I
back.
see you. I
The
see
baddie
you.
is back. The doc is back. Dr. Jazz, the
Doc in the
Nola
house.
Shawty. No, but for real, y'all. We are back with another episode, and today we are talking about being a boss, stepping it up, and your career, having a career with audacity.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello, somebody.
It's almost like part two of working.
Part
with
two
God.
of working.
Yeah. But it's like, this is really like when you're already in it.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that last time was the stepping stools to get there. And this is like, you done made it, baby. What you gonna do with it now?
So we hit y'all with a little bit of the working, you know, how you get there, what you do, the steps you take, put yourself out there. So now we're going to talk about like what it's like when you're in your career.
Yes, but first we have to do a big shout out to the artist.
Hello,
Yeah.
Corelia.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that?
Y'all heard her. She is an amazing pianist. Honestly,
Okay.
she's been playing her 88 keys all of her life.
Look at that.
So yeah, find her on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. Put on your top 8 at She's That Pianist. Yeah, she has a lot of stuff on YouTube.
It's
Amazing YouTube
amazing
page.
to watch. She'll play two pianos at the same time. Amazing.
Amazing.
Stuff that
Talent.
I cannot do.
Talent.
Okay.
And our visual artist, if you're watching us
Yes.
on YouTube, you can find him at Levangelist. And he is so dope. He has so many visual pieces. So yes, this is just one of them that we're showcasing, but he has so many. So y'all go follow him on Instagram. We will be showcasing them all week. So yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I guess I could check us in.
Check us in, girl.
Yeah, you know. Well, I'm gonna break it down, y'all, because this is a
boy.
question. I got a couple layers on it. So,
She about to peel us like an onion.
It's been a minute since she got us too.
I know. She was like, I'm gonna check us. Well, how you doing, Jazz? Are you amazing?
I'm absolutely amazing. How are you, Jazz?
I'm all right. I'm just glad to be here.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
Amen.
How you feeling?
I'm a little annoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But you know that.
Honest.
Yes. But people have been testing me.
Yeah, that's
I feel like 2021 has been like, let's irk your nerves. And I've been like,
That's
don't.
why I say I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. I'm
That's
just
the
glad
grown up version.
to be breathing.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's the grown up. Mine is I'm a little annoyed, but I'm gonna make it.
We're gonna be amazing like Dr. Jazz one day.
I could be amazingly annoyed. You know, you know, fake it till you make it, y'all.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Your attitude determines your altitude.
Right.
Okay, then.
That's a career.
Hello.
Yeah, so I wanted to check in, y'all. Since we're talking about careers with Audacity, making moves, you know, all that good stuff. Can y'all think about like what's one move that you may have made, and it may seem like a setback. Like you may have made this move, and like people are like, "What are you doing?" Okay, but it truly was like a setup for a step up. Okay, you thought it was a setback, now. But nah, it really set you up for a step up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let y'all think about it, but you know I like to go first.
When I do, you like to ask me, but it's my turn. Go ahead.
It's my turn.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you let us go next.
If I ever go be not ridiculous. I feel like people I don't. People feel one way or another about higher education. Okay.
Yeah.
And I felt a specific way that I wanted to get the highest level to be sure that I could do what I needed to do.
Yeah, open doors type of thing.
Open doors. I wanted to put some respect on my name. That's specifically what was in my mind. Nah, so that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I mean, when I got my master's and everybody was like, "Oh, okay," and I said I was getting my PhD, and people were like, "What? You gonna keep going to school? Like you just not gonna stop?"
Yeah, a professional what's the name?
Career. Yeah, career student. Like they thought I was gonna be a career student, which was not the case. I mean, I definitely worked for like 3 to 4 years in between undergrad and grad school. So I was like, y'all, just be patient. Yeah. So I feel like going back to grad school, taking a lower salary, which wasn't a salary, a stipend, for more years of my adult life with whole adult bills. It truly was a setup for a step up. Okay. So yeah, I'll leave that to y'all. Look, I leave that to y'all.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Oh boy,
Betty, what you got for us?
Okay, so so higher education. After I got my higher education, so a little part of my life, I don't talk about it too much, but so after I graduated and everything, there was a short part of my life where I still had the same job that I had when I was in law school. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with and when I say that, I still had the same job that like there was just no growth, no other responsibilities, no pay increase, nothing. And it was because not only did I have to take the bar, but you also have to take an ethics test. Well, I missed a deadline in the middle of me studying for the bar to take this ethics test. Completely missed the deadline because I was so focused on studying for the bar. You study for the bar for like months to take 2 days of the test. And because of that, I couldn't get fully licensed. I passed the bar. I knew I was gonna pass the bar. Jesus knew. So I had right. So everything was done and ready for the bar, but then it was like, oh wait, you still got a little bit left to go. So I was like, I know you kidding me. So I was distraught in the middle of bar prep because I was like, oh my God, I missed the deadline. Like, I still got to take one more exam, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, it's not really a big deal. Like, just take it whenever. But when you're like applying for jobs and doing all that, everybody wants you to be fully licensed.
All your paperwork.
So I was just like, oh my God. So I was so grateful to be working the job that I was working because hey, you don't discredit a blessing of a job, but it was so hard to be in a season where you feel like you're being surpassed. And you're like, I'm a lawyer. And it's just like, but I'm not a full lawyer. I can do that job. Well, you can't do it yet. But it was definitely a setup because if I would have, I guess, been fully licensed and applied for the job that I have now, maybe I don't think there would have been any openings. And honestly, the job might have passed me by. But because I had to sit and wait and just be patient and wait on my time, I was able to apply for my job. There was an opening at the time, and I slid right on in at the beginning of the next year. So it was definitely a season of waiting.
Man, and I think that was a word, as my good sis says, because so many people feel that nowadays that like, okay, this person has been able to move out, and so they're doing stuff, they're living, and here I am, still doing this, or here I am still working for, the pay that I don't think that I can survive off of. I'm still living with my parents. I'm still all that type of stuff. And I really, like, that was a word because you really have to say, okay, I'm waiting for my season.
You wait for your turn. And I really had to learn, just be content in your season because I had to know, I knew who I was. I knew what I was capable of. I knew where I was going. I knew what I wanted, and I got exactly what I wanted. But I just had to be content in that season. So it was a reason.
And that pay.
Hello.
And that pay.
So yeah.
We have little quarter life crisis.
I'm trying to tell you.
They always say a midlife. Like
no.
Quarter life. I feel like at 25, everybody looks
that
around.
Was the age.
Just like exactly.
I was like, whoa.
I tell my sister, you're in a little quarter life crisis.
It's okay.
Calm down. It's all right.
Yeah.
That was a word. Mine has already been discussed. We did on the praying episode
Mm-hmm.
how I thought that me taking my dream away of being a lawyer was going to set me up for something I had no idea what it was. Like even at with Tuskegee, the program was new. It was just kind of a, Carol, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing, sis? And so, yeah. But like you said, it turned out that here I am.
Dr. Woods.
Dr.
Yes.
Woods.
And I got my doctor with me. I done met, and then we got to be at homecoming, and I was a student, and you was a graduate, and I'm over here with my little Tuskegee. I ain't posing, you know what I'm saying? I got my Tuskegee
She had
gear
her whole
on.
Tuskegee gear.
Yeah, I had to hit up the bookstore. So, yeah, I think that was mine as far as in my career.
Yeah.
I definitely had to be like, it's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reason.
Yeah.
For sure.
And your season's coming. Thank y'all for sharing.
Amen.
Thanks for checking in. I like that.
Had to get us to go deep in the beginning, huh?
Just dig a little bit.
Oh man.
Y'all share that with y'all people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it.
And like share the experience of waiting. 'Cause
Yes.
I feel like we always share the experience of like celebration and like I did, but we don't always share but I had to apply for 80 jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't always do that.
I had to help 80 friends get jobs
Amen.
while I'm waiting.
Talk about the story before the glory.
Amen.
Baby, that needs to be on a shirt. We finna work on that.
I'm trying to tell you.
Remember that now.
I got you. Talk about the
Thank
story.
you, Dr.
before-
Jen.
Write it down.
She always got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all just gotta be content in your seasons. Quote me. Lawyer Jazz. Careers with audacity.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what's the day? March 23rd.
March 23rd. Be content in your season.
Amen.
I love it.
Funny. Okay, so we're talking about being in the season. So now, like I said, this is part 2. We're really saying we gave you the steps as far as how you can maybe get that job or get that interview or and now we're talking about, so you're there, you're a rookie on the job. How are you going to develop yourself to be the best candidate for promotion, whether it's there or somewhere else? So the question is, what type of professional development do you participate in, or do you participate in any?
Okay. Dun da da da.
I'm gonna let y'all go.
I mean, I feel like this is something typical when people mention, conferences, of course. Your profession, neighboring professions. I like to think outside of the box sometimes. I know I'm in ag, but a lot of things like climate related and, just in the ecosystem as a whole, just looking at things that, because they do start talking about ag in those conferences and we're the bad guys. So I want to be sure we're stepping up in the right spaces. So I love conferences to, meet people who are in my field. But webinars, y'all, I know it's the pandemic and we already glued to our computers with Zoom, but there are so many webinars I've been finding, not necessarily like my career, because I may be a career farmer one day, but I've been like finding farming webinars about like backyard poultry and just like free info. Like this is building my stuff in my mind, like my knowledge, but also building my network because these people who are leading these conferences, I'm always active in the chat. Even if I'm not on screen, I'll always get the email and follow up with people just to let them know, thank you so much for sharing the information. And this is a project that I'm working on. If they have anything else to share with me, feel free. And that always gets like good response. People just, thankful that you're thankful. And then I would like to say just research. I love, that's my third thing, research. So webinars, conferences, and research. I love to research people who are doing things in my field. So if there's like urban gardening in another city, I need to find that out. But like other programs, other grants, like research funding, research people who are doing this similar work and collaborate. That's how I network.
Conferences,
and research.
WCR. I got it.
Oh, girl. Look at that.
Y'all hear that acronym? WCR, people.
We branded everything.
Jazz Betty is on it today. Okay?
I am logged in.
Baby, she is. Here I come jogging up. All right?
Y'all better get on this career train.
What you say? What you got for him?
Well, get your notes ready, people.
Oh, my.
No, but seriously, so as far as career development or professional development, my job kind of requires us to
You continue learning.
Yeah, we have to
units,
do like
CEU.
continuing education events.
CEU,
So like there's no.
Yeah, you can't
You have
stop.
to, because I guess that's why they call it the practice of law. You're always practicing, always learning. So we don't have a choice but to keep learning, because it's always evolving, it's always changing. There's always a new law. There's cases every day. So I mean, you always have to just kind of stay on top of it. Something's always coming out. I mean, there's that. So professional development for us is somewhat mandatory. You have to get so many credits a year, so do that, or you get in trouble. And I'm not trying to do that. And then there's also, we talked before about leadership classes. I feel like that's one of the most important professional development things that I could have done. So I'm not the big boss, but I also feel like I learned how to be a follower and a team player.
Which is just as important.
It's for sure.
Absolutely.
So that was important. Professional development for me has also meant like doing things and stepping outside of the box, jumping on certain tasks and being open to trying new things in the office that if I could tell y'all some stories, that I probably wouldn't have, asking questions. And if there are people in the office who know things or who do things that I want to do, I'm right on their heels. So I think there's a lot of professional development. There are so many people out here and so many. Ask people questions. You like what they do? You need to be right on their heels. Yeah. That's how I feel about
Dr.
it.
Jazz has told us she does professional slides. She'll slide in that DM. Professional, meet cute, as they like to say.
Holla at me.
But I agree that the webinars and the conferences, because we attend a lot of those have been,
For sure.
a big thing in professional development. So, I mean, some of them can get boring, but I think if you find the right one that fits your area, you can definitely benefit from it.
For sure. All right, so yeah, I like those, Jazz. Mine are two. One is kind of unorthodox. It's Facebook groups. So a lot of times we're thinking of social media as like, in a Facebook group, they're like, okay, find a good deal, or like my friend has one, like Audacity has one. Y'all go ahead.
Plug.
Okay. But you can also have have Facebook groups for conferences or for like attorneys, for accountants, and then that's how you find out about these conferences, or that's how you find out about a job posting and stuff like that. So mine is definitely Facebook groups, and making sure that you're doing it in a way that you said is professional, you're being active, your Facebook is not, out here being wild. So then if somebody on the Facebook group sees you, they'll say, aha, like this lady looks like she has it going on. And you're like, you're right. So that's one. And then two is networking. We talked about this a little bit before, but network, and you network just how we said, like you go to these places that may not be your traditional place as far as conferences, but at the same time, most things have a place for someone that's in your field, and you might be that someone. So you're going to your conferences, your conference adjacent conferences, you're going to your leadership classes, and you're networking there. You're in these Facebook groups, and you're being active. You're at the conferences, and you're going up. You're shaking people's hands and just letting them know, like, hey, this is what I'm interested in, or this is what I'm trying to do. Or somebody, spoke, and you say, I really want to know more about this. Here's my email. Can I get your email? Things like that. And you'll see that you'll spark relationships. And that's how I've been able to get on different webinars, or I've been spotlighted in different podcasts. It's just because I was at a conference and it was just like, hey, it's just like at the playground. Hey, what's your name?
Right.
I love it.
and then
what you do?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's dope. So
you can definitely say that networking has benefited you.
For sure. Do you think that network has benefited you? Or do you think you're a good networker?
I definitely think I am a good networker, but I will say, like, my first year of working, I was like, I made it. So let me focus on I made it. And I just got so bogged down in the I made it, and I got in a bubble. So I was like, I'm here. Like, let me just focus on that. So I think now I'm getting better at, like, breaking out of that and realizing I need to focus on that, because this is I love what I do, so I'm dedicated to that. But I'm also remembering how I got there and that the importance of that networking that got me there. So I'm getting back. I'm getting better at it again. So I'm back joining. Like I'm in a Facebook group now. It's a women's lawyer group, and it's amazing. And they're so smart. They post up all the time, so I'm doing that, just small things. And I think it's definitely been beneficial. So do I believe it's important? Yes. Has it benefited me? Yes. Was I doing bad at it? Yes.
And will you be better?
Yes.
There we go. I like it. I definitely say networking has benefited me, baby. People have put me on.
That's so
okay.
true. That's so
And I have shared the wealth, shared the experience. Like I just feel like it's my responsibility if I'm giving a grant. Like you sent me something today, or and I'm like, oh, I've shared it so many times that I'm sharing it with people who already shared it with me. That's the kind of sharing I like, you know. So it's definitely like speaking people's names in rooms. I'm at a city meeting and someone's talking about development. Oh, I have a friend who works da da da. You know, if you're looking for consulting, and I always feel like it's gonna come back tenfold. I've never taken money out away from me. I feel like just absolutely networking. I don't know what movie. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know.
For sure.
But you got to know something, though.
I feel like you definitely have to know something.
Unless, you're a little privileged. So sometimes they don't be knowing nothing. But they know somebody. They be knowing somebody.
She not lying.
I'm serious.
I was going to say something rude, but I ain't going to.
We're not going to be rude. We're going to be real. And you do need to know somebody. And if you don't know somebody specifically, like a personal relationship, like a family, or, you need to start building those relationships.
Right.
Period.
Right.
It's important, for sure.
So I guess, since we've gotten to that point, we're in our careers, and I definitely think it's hard. You made it there through hard work.
Yeah, for sure.
Did. Yeah. But, you've gotten to that point where you made it, and you're like, I'm here, this is me. But I know sometimes, and I know we hit on it a lot in the first episode when we were talking about tolerance, and the stereotypes that can come with working and expressing yourself, especially being, a woman and a Black woman at that. How do y'all feel with where we are now, the success that's come with it? Do you feel like you're able to express yourself if you have a problem without the stereotype coming with it? Because that can be hard sometimes. And so I know Dr. Jazz says all the time, you're not going to take me out of my character. I'm not letting nobody do that.
No, seriously. I'm not going to let nobody do that. I'm never going to give anybody the pleasure of pulling me out of character. I get a little loud and rowdy with y'all. These my friends. But I've never, ever come out of character in a professional setting. No matter, even if my superior was
very
downright yelling, in the middle of the public space or something. But it's definitely something that I've practiced. I will say practice makes perfect. And I won't say I'm not perfect. I definitely slammed the door leaving out a class one time. But I should have did a lot more, baby. But I think that's one thing I think about, like, ooh, I shouldn't have slammed the door. Yeah. But whoa, I slammed the door. It's like I've never called anyone out of their name or letting people get me out of character. But I just feel like it's hard to continue to tolerate people who are, I would like to say, persistent. Who are persistently trying to pull you out of character. And that's the people that I just have to make plain and clear. And I'll specifically state it. Like, you won't pull me out of character because I know that's what you're trying to do. And it kind of puts people, at ease and back down. Like, oh, she knows that I need a reaction. And I'm not going to get one. Yeah. So.
I agree with that. I've been fortunate enough to have bosses who are aware and don't pull you, or just are good bosses and good people to work for. So their aim, and when they come to you, is never to pull you out of character. So I'm very fortunate that my bosses are just amazing, like good bosses, and just good people to work for. So in that, I've been blessed in that aspect, but I know that doesn't mean that you're not going to come in contact with other people. Just because you have good bosses doesn't mean you're not going to come in contact with other people. You're not surrounded with other people. Yeah. Co-workers. You never know who that aren't going to pull you out of character, and your boss, anybody might see it.
Right.
And then it's
or
just-
it be reported to anyone.
Exactly. And so then it's just like, wait a minute. But it's just a constant struggle or a constant fight that we have, and that gets frustrating. I will say that.
It's satisfying to me though. I ain't gonna lie.
That they don't pull you out of character?
Yeah, I love watching people get upset with me that I'm not upset.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
It fuels my fire.
Cause it's like you want me to be mad.
And you big mad.
Yeah, exactly. It reminds me of Plies. You want me to be mad? Ooh, you be mad.
That's what you be doing, Karen? You be laughing at these people?
No, well, I mean, no.
I can't.
No.
You just be sitting there blinking at them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I probably just sit there and blink, and the whole time I'm just like,
You done?
yeah, basically.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
And I'm shaking the head like I'm listening. Well, it was nice meeting with you today.
Like, get my
Yes, it was so nice meeting with you. I'm gonna take this back and really reflect on it. Thank you so much. In my where I am now, it's easy to express myself, and I think that's easy because I know that my boss has my back, and that I'm not just riding for myself. And I think that's when you get the most frustrated, is when you realize that your superiors or your colleagues or whoever doesn't have your back, and so you feel like you're fighting by yourself, and so like even something that happened to me this week, which is why I'm saying I'm a little annoyed. My professor, I say my professor, he's really my boss now, had to fight for me, and he didn't have to do that. But I thanked him for that, because I know that he didn't have to do that. And he was just like, but if we're not gonna fight for us, who's gonna fight for us?
Do it? Yeah.
So you have to tactfully fight for yourself. You can't do it by, like you said, acting a whole fool,
Or they're
and
not gonna hear you.
showing your behind.
Yeah.
Because all that's gonna do is get you written off, and now they have an excuse to write you off.
Yep.
You have to do it tactfully, so then they know, oh, one, I'm not gonna mess with her. Two, she's not gonna be defined by a stereotype type of thing, and I'm not gonna back down either. So like I think it does have an individual effect, because where you are and who you're with really does make you, it creates anger sometimes, because you're fighting by yourself. And that, I think that is one of them things that you've had to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And you can always leave.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
On to bigger and better things. Or you can always, like my girl Stacey Abrams, I bet.
Yeah.
Noted.
Love her. For sure.
So
Yeah, is that one of like the lessons that you've had to learn? Do you think that like as you're in this career, like you said, you have your up and down days, is like, what is one of those lessons that you say, I need to remember this every single day?
So being a lawyer, the beauty of that is everybody is. So I won't let you take me out of character and make me like the angry black woman. But the beauty of being a lawyer is everybody has an opinion. So at some point, everybody is being expressive and everybody is saying something. But like Jazz said, you have to be very tactful, especially in a workplace setting. But I have had to learn that though I am in a field where I am fighting for people all the time, that everything is not a personal battle. And to pick and choose battles in the workplace, and to pick and choose what you're going to stand on sometimes. Because when you pick and choose what you're going to stand on, you have to remember your reputation is on what you are personally standing on. So though I'm a lawyer, and all of us are, y'all, everybody, all lawyers have opinions. We all are very expressive. I have an opinion on so many things, but personally, everything can't be about it. You can't have a personal stance and dig your heels on everything, because then what is my reputation? What do they take Jazz truly seriously on? So you have to learn that everything isn't a battle in the workplace. Know who you are, remember who you are, and stand on that. Because if you don't, your reputation is shot. So
I love it.
Remember who you are.
yeah, you have to learn that. Like early in the career, like know what you stand on, dig your heels in that, and the little stuff, don't fight on that, cause people won't take you seriously. So yeah,
I love it. I would say I definitely had a hard lesson. Like in my so far, you just can't chase a title, and you can't chase a check.
ooh, yeah.
I mean,
My mom always tell me like the money ain't everything. I be
whew.
like, well,
And all money ain't
Cut
good.
into my bank account.
I want to be where the money resides.
I'm serious though, just honestly.
No, you right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you have to know that you're gonna be satisfied with what you're doing, not what you're getting. You know, like what you're doing.
Write that one down for you. Right down your
Yeah,
notebook.
what you're doing versus getting, because it's capitalism. We gonna get paid.
Yeah,
you're going to get paid, whether it's a raise, whether it's a pay cut. I've taken pay cuts before, and that was the best move I've made. To take a pay cut for a peace of mind. For someone that I know that was fighting for me and not against me.
Right. And to achieve a goal.
For my setup. My setup for my step up. So I mean, honestly, my hardest lesson so far is not to chase that check or that title. That's gonna come. I just want to do the work that I know needs to be done in an environment that will allow me to.
I like that, Dr. Jazz. We dropping gems in here tonight, baby.
Just putting, a lot of life learned. Child.
Yeah, seriously.
I feel like we're gonna come up short because Kara doesn't have a real lesson. So
she's still learning.
I'm still learning.
I'm literally sipping real tea, and it's not because Kara's just sick.
I mean, yes, I think that I have definitely learned lessons throughout the way that has shaped me to what I am, but I don't think it's been like a smack in the face lesson type of thing. Besides just, like you said, realizing that you don't have to stay, or because someone says you can't, that's not the end of the story. Like, oh, you can't, okay. Like, don't let that defeat you. Like, I think that's one of my things. Is just like, okay, one, keep your receipts.
Email.
Keep your emails.
Yeah.
Email. Yes.
Right.
Like,
Literally email and notate everything.
keep your receipts. Don't let can't be, even though it's someone else's vocabulary, that doesn't mean it has to go in that ear. Like, can't is something that, is people in a box. We all trying to be out the box.
Yeah.
And then put money in the box. So, don't say that I can't, because a lot, like, if that was a fact, I wouldn't be here. Like, come on now. And, yeah. I think those are my 2 lessons. I think those are it.
Those are valuable.
And just like I said, be tactful. Just be tactful, bro.
I agree.
You don't have to show out. You just, show out to the mirror. Be like Issa Rae in the mirror. But don't
do that in the workplace. Seriously.
Not in the workplace bathroom.
No,
somebody might be in the stall.
No.
Don't rap in the workplace. I meant don't be showing out in the workplace.
Right.
Just be tactful, be graceful.
But also know that there's other opportunities for you, and you might have to wait on those opportunities. But it's okay to step out on faith. And I know that's hard to hear sometimes. It's easy to say and hard to actually do.
Yeah.
But also, like, I think that in these midlife, quarter life crises, we look around and we're just so, like, ready to do something that you have to realize that, like, okay, this is a waiting period.
Yes.
It's also going to be a waiting period where I'm not just waiting. Like, I'm praying, I'm researching, I'm applying, I'm working. Like, you're doing all this in the waiting period. So then when the waiting period is over, you're actually ready. You're going to conferences that they said you didn't have to go to.
You're ready to receive all the greatness.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, that out. And then also, when you get that big check, you know where your money is going. Like, every time you get a pay increase, you're not saying, oh, well, that's just more money in the bank. What you doing with that money? Like, you already know what I'm finna do with it, period. So
I love it.
Yeah, I don't know how many lessons that was, but I hope y'all was listening.
And you ain't had none. Yeah, right. Oh my God.
I didn't, cause y'all, I think y'all's came from testimony.
It did.
And mine just came from just being like,
Being tested.
being tested. Yes. Not testimony, being tested. Because I think that's two different things sometimes.
It is, but you know, that's probably for testimony with Audacity. We gonna have that.
Test me and be a testimony.
That's another episode.
Anyway, y'all want to take a music break?
I'm silly.
Yes, this is a good time to take a break before we spill and have some more testimonies. We're going to have some more music from Corelia.
Yes.
And she's that pianist, and we will be back with more testimonies.
Yeah, we back, baby.
All right, you guys, y'all just heard some good piano music. Y'all hear me singing along?
What is going
Y'all just heard some music from Corelia, who is our musical artist of this episode. Y'all can find her again at She's That Pianist on Instagram and YouTube. Like we told y'all, she has a great YouTube page, so y'all go check her out.
Guys to check that out.
Our girl is talented.
Yes.
All right, y'all. So, I got this last little question. You know,
Oh, boy.
I know we've been giving these people some gems, some life experiences, but
Testimonies.
some testimonies.
I feel like y'all came in and tapped the mic.
Excuse me.
Is this thing on?
Anybody.
Y'all
Feel
listening?
me.
Can you hear me?
Can you? I know, right?
Well, this is something I need to listen to, y'all. This question, I think this one is just for me. I can't believe I'm the one talking about it. Work-life balance. Woosah. Do you have it? And should it be implemented everywhere? And I'm going to start it off because I'm working on it. I am actively working on it.
So what are you doing? How are you working on it?
Saying no.
Oh,
I
that's
am.
powerful.
She done learned from me.
Look, I'm trying, Dr. Woods. Not saying no necessarily. Not right. I've been saying not right now or not yet. And I've also been scheduling meetings a month out, y'all. Have y'all? I don't know. I've not gotten to that. I always felt like, oh, this is so urgent. Somebody hits me up. Like, we got to get on the calendar next week. Even though I don't have no space on my calendar next week. So, I've been scheduling meetings a month out. It's feeling so good. I got a little work-life balance. I've been reading more. Still in Black Explorers. Shout out Yeezy. Been having some great talks there. And taking naps. I've been taking them unexpectedly because I've been so exhausted. But I would feel in my heart of hearts, I actually worked in a place where we had a wellness room where you could take naps. It was for naps only. And it was like a 15-minute, 20-minute timer, which you're not going to put a time on my nap. But I do feel it should be implemented everywhere. We should have wellness days. We should be able to take off with pay, not to put in my time and all that. No, I need a wellness day just for mental health, because I cannot be my full self here if I'm stressed.
Okay, then.
So yeah, I need a little bit more work-life balance, y'all. That was me preaching to myself. So there you go. That was me.
Is that something that y'all hope, like the coronavirus helps? Is like people realize they need work-life balance, or they like we can go to 4-day work weeks or something like that? You don't think it's gonna?
I've been
happen?
working more in the pandemic.
No, I'm saying like when we go back to regular life, like do you think that like people who are in offices, they can say, well, we got this stuff like done,
and we can work from home for one day.
Yeah.
No, I don't want work from home for one day. I wanted, like you said, 3-day work week. Or 4. I guess we can do a 4 day.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I feel like people are expecting more productivity now during the pandemic, which is so unfair and so unrealistic and just ridiculous. But I don't know what the future holds. I do pray and feel that everyone should definitely incorporate wellness in their work culture.
Amen. All right.
I concur.
Because that's where I'm going.
And
where the wellness reside.
OMG.
I think that that's something that the U.S. Tries to strive to do, is not take wellness, Because if you go to other countries, they
Where they have siestas? Is that Spain?
Yeah, well, it's a Spanish word. I'm guessing. I don't know where
it originates. We're not that
I don't know
versed
where
on
it's
that.
happening.
Because they shut down and take naps for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, or like mothers get 6 months off after a baby, or they do actually really work for 4 days, and the last day really is like bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, like, so like if we could just bring some of that culture over here, where they like to email you at 12:53 a.m. and want you to be ready to go about it at 7 a.m., which is super rude, or just, hey, we're gonna have a meeting tomorrow.
It's because the U.S. is all about the hustle culture and outworking each other and gotta get it done fast. And it's just
I
like,
hate it here.
whoa.
Where has it gotten us?
Stressed in a hospital.
Yeah.
And then not getting good health coverage. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I mean, I don't think it's done wonders for the U.S., but I think that's the mentality is work,
Right.
outwork each other, hustle. That is the culture of the entire U.S., I believe.
I concur. I do. And I think that Kara is going to take a European culture aspect and say, you know what? I am only human.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, like in the U.S., we expect you to work from the age of whenever until you can't work anymore. Even people who are retired are still trying to find work because it's just ingrained in them that they're supposed to be working.
Doing something.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, what are you doing? You don't work for 40 years and now you want to work again? Like,
They be trying to pay for their medicine.
why? Now that's part of it. That is part of it. But other people just don't know how to sit down.
Yeah.
You're right.
They just don't know how to sit down.
Yeah.
And then the people who know how to sit down too much. But that's another story.
That's a different Audacity episode.
I'm just saying that work-life balance is something that I think we all need. Kara Woods is probably not the best at it, or I might be the best at it. I don't really know. I feel like I get my work done. I feel like I have fun. But I also know that my career is not it's a different type of career as far as hours. So I have more flexibility, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
That's the end. Thank you for listening.
That's the end of yours. You got work-life balance, Lloyd Jazz?
Wow. Right. Thank you for coming to Kara's TED Talk.
TED Talk, because it's Kara show.
Then the jazz shut me down.
Right. You done.
Because I really want to know. I feel like
I was only
everybody
talking
thinks
for myself.
you were speaking for, as we all are. We're always only speaking. I've never represented
true.
any company or organization
No.
or belief.
Never.
This is us.
Disclaimers.
Just me.
Do I have work? Y'all looking at me like,
Do you?
Do you?
Do you? I be worried about you, girl. Like, you in trial this week. I'm sorry. We got to do
Baby, what
podcast.
you say?
It gets real. Don't go to law school, kids. I'm just kidding. I encourage every young child follow their dreams because I surely follow mine, except for saving the rainforest. But that is a different story for a different day. But
set up for your step up.
yeah. But I will say, do I have a good work-life balance now? Yes, because I've made myself have a good work-life balance. Because my career is so stressful, if I didn't, I would lose it. I've made myself now, like, I try to, like, cut it off and not work at the house because the stuff that I deal with is too much to do at home sometimes. Now, if it's before, like, a trial week or something like that, okay, well, y'all know I'm
Gotta be
24/7.
yeah, but other than that, I really try to have work-life balance. In the beginning, I really struggle with it, but it's just, you know, when you're starting out early, I feel like you can get a little bit consumed. But now I think I do. I really try to. The gym is a good stress relief. I feel like I try to have fun. But I feel like as long as you realize the importance of what you're doing and utilize your time good, then you'll be okay. I know, but sometimes literally I be swamped all day. And I'm like, that's okay. Because if I'm swamped until 5 o'clock or 5:05, when I get home, I don't have to open it up for hours. So it's okay. But you do have to have that balance. And when you get home, like, don't spend hours logged on the computer like woosah, because you'll lose it, because work can be heavy. So
It can eat at your day though.
Yeah.
Like it can, like you can truly, like you said, you'll start emailing and you be like, 45 minutes later, why am I still doing this? It'll eat at you.
And I didn't pick a dent in my inbox.
So like you have to have like a cutoff time. Like I'm not emailing anymore after this time, and then like I'll roll over. It's emails. I'm not emailing at 6:30 in the morning. Like you have to just say, hold on. There's a cutoff period for this. Like this is too much. In the morning, your brain like, and I had to learn that in church. Like, what's the first thing you're doing in the morning? It should not be just social media and emails because that's not good for you. So
I think even like the culture of going to school, because I know like many a times when we were in school, it would be jokes as far as like if we decided to go somewhere, or if like you were like, yeah, I was asleep or something like that. They'd be like, you don't sleep in grad school, and I'd be like, and I continue to be like. So when I woke up, because like it's the pressure of that to say like, you know, I already have my PhD and I wasn't asleep and you don't have yours, so why were you asleep? And it's just like, that's something you got to ask yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have nothing to do with why you was up because I was asleep. So I think that pressure, like you said, it gets ingrained in you as far as being like, well, you know, by this age, I was doing this. And I'm happy for you.
Good for you.
Yes, and I'm happy for you. At the same time, like, maybe my goals and your goals are not the same.
Amen.
And so I think that pressure that we put on each other definitely has to be changed.
I agree.
It definitely has to be changed.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Well, it is time for Kara's favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Today in Black History. Oh, look at that. We used our jazz power then.
While I was dancing.
Yeah.
Our jazz
Shucking and
power.
jiving.
Okay, so on March 23rd of 1938, Atlanta's first black mayor, Maynard Jackson Jr., was born. So just a little known fact about Maynard Jackson Jr., he served 2 consecutive terms of being Atlanta's mayor from 1974 to 1978, and then again from 1978 to 1982. He was his terms were marked by significant gains in the representation of minority firms as city contractors. He was also known for reforming the City of Atlanta Police Department and redeeming the force from a legacy of black intimidation and racism. So he did a lot for the racial injustice and stuff with the police department and made some changes, y'all.
He put people on. I love that.
So yeah, he was
He spread the
Atlanta's
wealth.
first black mayor. Kind of set it up for Keisha Lance Bottoms, y'all. So that's pretty great.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. Mayor.
Right.
Mayor Jackson.
So yeah, that's just our today in Black history. Kind of switch it up just a little bit. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now, anybody have any resources for the people that we want to share? We've been talking about careers, working, any gems. I know the resource that I have. Look, we have Obama's book on this table, A Promised Land. But anyway, the resource that I would like to share this episode, I've been reading Untamed, by Glennon Doyle, and it's really, I think, it's a book for the ladies. I mean, men, feel free to read it too, but she really talks about like breaking out and getting out of your shell, heartache, whatever situation you're in, and living freely. So yeah, I am starting it now, and I'm excited about it. My cousin Shannon sent it to me, so shout out to her. And yes, I think Untamed by Glennon Doyle is a good read for you guys. So yeah, especially since we're talking about careers, breaking out of a box, and yeah, living audaciously. Kara, what you got?
I have Inclusive, INCLUSV. You can go on like inclusive.com or .org, and they specialize in getting black people hired in like I guess places that require higher education almost. So, and it doesn't always require, but it's basically just a way to get your resume out there, and then also they send emails to say, hey, these are the jobs open, and or these are the jobs that are in this area, and then you can apply. and just see type of thing. So you can go there. I think they also have like a blog that is can be helpful. So that's my first resource. My second resource is just like when you're doing your cover letters, your resumes, your CVs, it's not uncommon to have multiple, because you want to have resumes that are specific to what you're applying for. And then also make sure that someone looks over it.
Yes,
so my resume has probably been looked over 7 times. You know what I'm saying? And also when you do something, add it to the resume then.
Immediately.
The cover letter, you can have several cover letters, but okay, when I finish this cover letter, who am I sending it to basically
proofread and edit?
Another eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those are my 2.
Dr. Jazz.
Yeah, I just have this one resource, Coursera, course, Course, and it's Coursera.com, and it's just like your course to success in any course you want. Like literally, if you want to learn about basket weaving, I always say something ridiculous like that, but not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous by any means.
It's hard.
It's very hard. But if you want to learn a course about it, and it can also be from an accredited university for free, go to Coursera. And it's building your skills, certificates. You can get degrees even from world-class universities and companies. So it's not just schools, but companies have Coursera's too. So there was contact tracing for COVID. It was on Coursera.
Can you spell that again?
Course, Course.com.
All right.
But yeah, it was really good because you can build your skills. So Audacity.
All right. And our charity for the month, you guys know that every month we pick a new charity, and you guys know that a portion of the merch sales will go to charity. So you get your merch, you do something good for somebody. So y'all know to shop with Audacity, get y'all's merch, and also do something good for charity. Okay. This month's charity is the Family Sunshine Center, who is dedicated to helping women and children get out of their situations, very volatile, or violent situations. So yes, we will be donating to the Family Sunshine Center for all of their efforts. They have done great things and helped out a lot of women and children and families. I cannot talk about their efforts enough. So yes, great organization. I love what they do. So yes, get your merch, y'all. Ow.
And send us pictures because y'all be cute.
Yes.
Super cute.
So yeah, y'all already know we're gonna wrap up this episode, but before we do, y'all go follow our amazing artist from this episode, Corelia, and She's That Pianist. Follow our visual artist, Levangelist, on Instagram. So yeah, and follow with Audacity on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace. Put us on your top 8. So yeah, and you can follow me at YouLoveWithThe3_Jazz.
Yeah. So yeah, do all that. Rate the podcast. Share the podcast.
Turn on your post notifications, people.
Yeah, and sign up for our Zippy stream, because when you do that, then you get exclusive like episodes, or you get exclusive discount codes. You know what's happening. We're letting you know what's coming, stuff like that. So you get into the Audacity fam. And then also shop with us with our merch, but also our book shop. So we give resources every episode, and now we actually have curated book lists.
Yep.
So you can actually say, okay, Untamed, that sounds like it's going to be a pretty good read. I want to read it. Go onto our link, and you can literally, boom, we've already done the research for you. Bam, get Untamed, ship it to your house, read it, let us know what it's on.
Y'all asked for a book list, a book club.
We did it.
Hey, Audacity fam, we here. We told y'all season 2, we coming with that heat. Here is y'all's book list.
I'm trying to get y'all to continue the conversation, okay?
So whatever books y'all read, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know. Go onto our bookshop. The link is already up wherever we have a link, like our Instagram, our Facebook, and everything. Go ahead and then read with us, because sometimes we are actively reading these books, and sometimes we've already read those books, and sometimes they're on our book list to read those books. So, really, like I said, live with us, baby.
Yeah. All right. Kara, where can the people find you?
Oh, Flips Fro on Instagram.
You
It's
see
out.
it? You see it?
It's out
Okay.
today. Flips Fro.
And I'm Magnolia Soldier, SOULJA_. Or Dr. Jazz.
Or Jazzy Baby. Don't think we forgot.
That's
I was talking to somebody today and it was like, yeah, Jazzy Baby. She does that. I said, what now?
Oh my God. On that note, we are about to cut this. Y'all already know what to do. Follow with Audacity on all streaming platforms, y'all. We out this thing, man.
Peace, love, and soul.
Bye, baby. Jazzy Baby.
Oh my God.
Everyone's listening and watching you now.
Oh my God. Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?